Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Kubera chapters 46, 47, and 48 is what I'm planning on. We'll see how it actually goes, but that's the plan. The plan is to do those three. Either way, super excited to read. I've been absolutely loving Kubera every single time I get to read. And last time was no different. Lee's was really cool at the end. I feel like I've always liked Lee's, but the more I read, I just continue to like her more and more. I'm really intrigued about the new character that's been introduced, who I'm assuming is the eponymous half, the arc title reference. Um, and really, as much as I love the characters and as much as I'm really into the characters, one of the things that excites me a lot too is the world building. The world building, just seeing, like, more of the gods, what their different elements are, sure, whatever. I'm a lot more interested in the Shura than I am the gods, though, to be honest. Seeing the different tribes of the Shura and what different sort of sets of animals they take the forms of, more of that sort of stuff is really fun to me. So yeah, with all that out of the way, let's just go ahead and start reading. We got half part 4, and it's episode 47. What the? How could a girl have that much strength without using magic? Seeing that the bone isn't affecting her, she isn't a half, then is she a quarter? Yeah, if she's a Yaksha quarter, she would be that strong. I'm sure that those two quarters were in on it together from the beginning to steal my half. Damn quarters, you think you can steal my half that easily? Hey, if you're done treating him, do something about these two. Huh? Do something about who? What do you mean who? Those quarters, of course. Take them both out with magic. What? Are you nuts? If we get caught, we'll be done for. Don't you know it's really scary to be chased after by the Magic Union? Because they said before that you can't use magic on other people, like way earlier in the series. Then, we just have to not get caught. If we get rid of them without anyone seeing us. But you've already been seen. Do half hunters also hunt humans these days? In that case, I don't think I can just sit around and watch. And Asha steps in front of Lee's. Alright, half part 4. Whoa, what's Asha doing here? After all the talks about saving teleports, she used it in a situation like this? Out of my way, Asha, they're mine. I'm gonna teach him a lesson. Trying to take the coolest part for yourself? No way. Stay still. If you jump in, it'll turn into a murder case. Huh? What do you mean? Move back and turn the bracelet off. Don't be going around using your strength when you can't even control it. Huh? Bracelet? When did it turn on? No wonder I felt so strong all of a sudden. I didn't even notice. Huh? Hold on. I never told Asha about the bracelet. Let's talk about it later. I can't answer your questions right now. What the hell? Are you with them? You have a magician on your team as well. You guys must be professionals, must be professional have thieves group. I don't know if that's like supposed to be like proper all caps title, because everything is written in caps basically with this font, or if it's a mistranslation, it's just supposed to be like a professional, like half hunter thief group or something. So yeah, not 100% sure. It's kind of worded weirdly. So I don't know if it's like a proper title, like the proper name of their group, or if it's just a wonky way of translating that they're half hunters. I'm gonna report all of you. Give it up. We can't do anything to Asha. I'm leaving. What? What? Who's Asha? Do you know that person? Why are you running away? He seems like a young magician, and isn't it against the law to use magic on a human anyway? Have you ever heard of an involuntary homicide by an accident caused by magic? So, if the Magic Union jurors are on your side, it'll be an accidental homicide, even if you kill someone and you only pay a fine. Hoti, Indra, and we have lightning being summoned. I'm very confident that I'll be released by unanimous consent. This time, I'll be targeting your head. Are you sure you want to stand there? And then, the last one's scared away. And then Lee's laughing. You had that coming. Lee's. Yeah? I remember telling you not to interfere in the business with selling halves here, or because it's legal here. Have you already forgotten? About that, I didn't forget. You didn't? Then you mean you did it anyway, even though I told you not to. No, that's not it. I didn't interrupt their business. This kid was already taking the half away. Maybe the half is a relative or his friend. Say something. Tell her how I came late and all I did was talk. The fate of my year lays in your hands. That's enough. Half can tell us herself. Huh? Hoti Asvins. Huh? What? She isn't dead. She's alive? I thought that they killed her with magic. That's a relief. And then the new person sees Lee smiling. She should be back to normal now, but she's still unconscious from the shock. She'll wake up after some rest. It's nothing serious. Wow, Asha the Almighty. Luckily the magic only grazed her, huh? Huh? No, the magic was right on target. What? Then the half was the half was able to withstand the magic because she was strong? No, it seems like the magic stopped halfway, even though I can't figure out why. Who cares? It's a good thing. Asha, then let's let them stay with us tonight. We have extra beds anyway. Whatever. Carry the half yourself. Alrighty. Hey, you're with this half, right? Come sleep with us tonight. It'd be better to get some rest and leave tomorrow. And they're still silent. Alright, and we see hotel wait remodeling complete. Accompanied teleportation lower rates. This is the last time you help a half. Got it? Come on, I knew you wanted to help her as well. You even used teleport to get there. That was to find you. I'm telling you again, the trading of halves is legal, and it's illegal to interfere. Yes, then you're an accomplice. No, I never had any intentions of interfering. I was only using magic as a self-defense because they were going to use magic on you. And when they gave up and ran away, it was too dangerous to leave the half alone in the forest. That's the only reason why we brought them here. Yeah, let's eat dinner. You talk too much. I don't know whether to actually say, like, tsundere Asha or not, because Asha might just be completely serious. Hey, you should eat as well. Don't worry and eat because Asha has tons of money. Do you have anything you want to eat? And they still haven't said anything. I see. You want curry sauce barbecue. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to eat too. Hey, he didn't say a word. Yeah, whatever. Everything just has to go her way. Hey, what are you? And then, I think you understand everything Lisa's saying, but you aren't saying anything. Because I'm different from Lise, I don't let strangers who don't say anything sleep in my room without any suspicions, unless you're a mute. And they nod. To be continued. Good chapter as always. Really, just a simple connecting chapter, bringing us from the last chapter to the next one, really. Nothing huge or impressive happened, but at the same time, again, I love the slow building of character stuff, the slow building of world building and all of that. And I'm really happy that the half is alive and the half is here, so they might get further development, because I just think that the Shuras are really, really cool, and I want to see more of them and see them get to be, like, more of a force in the story. But either way, let's just go ahead and read part 5. Moving straight into half part 5, we have, wow, this place is so nice. I can't believe there's a restaurant like this in here, and there's so much to choose from in the menu. We're going to eat barbecued meat, so let's look at the meat section. Wow, there's so much to choose from. Shall we go with the curry sauce or something else? What the hell? We haven't even chosen yet. Nasha snatched the menu away. I'm gonna choose today. It's my money, so don't complain. Today's menu's gonna be terrible. Asha has weird taste in food. Hope she chooses something normal for us to, at least. And then we have half part 5. Your food is here. Fresh, healthy vegetable porridge, forest-scented soup, pepper green tea dumplings, and 2 double portions of green tea vegetable noodles. And then everything is green. Green tea vegetable noodles. Then are those raw mushrooms and garlic? You don't eat raw garlic? Should I order something else? Nope, thank you for the meal. Don't leave any saying it's spicy. Leave any? That never happens in my life. Thank you for the meal. And then just shoveling it down. I love the pit-a-pat sound effects in the background as we're seeing the other person looking at the food. And then is this Asha testing them to see if they'll eat this, like, fully vegetarian menu, maybe? Gosh, look at those people. How terrible. They left half their food. It's their food, not yours. Why are you angry? It's not like you paid for it. But it's still a waste. They should have asked for less of a serving from the start. People who waste food are going to hell. If that's true, everyone will be destined to go to hell. Anyways, I hate people who leave their food. And then the person tries to eat it. Hey, what about you? Isn't it good to see people who aren't picky about their food? And they get startled. It doesn't look good when people pick at their food saying that they don't eat bell peppers, carrots, or vegetables, right? And, I kind of agree. Maybe it's because I'm not a picky eater, and also because I am American, so I know so many people who don't eat anything besides, like, plain chicken, plain French fries, just plain cheese and maybe pepperoni pizza, who just don't step outside of the most, like, basic, simplified little kid foods, like, who just don't eat any sort of variety or anything, and I can't stand it. I like really, really strong foods, and I like a wide variety of everything, and there's very, very few things that I don't really like. Not a big fan of olives, but even the things I don't really like, I still will eat. Like, I'll still eat olives. I'm not really a big fan of them, though. Can't really think of anything else off the top of my head at the moment, though, that I don't really like. I mostly just like everything. Yeah, there's nothing really else that I can think of where I'm like, oh, that's super gross. And even things that I didn't like as a kid, I thought coleslaw looked super gross, but now as an adult, I'm like, okay, I like it. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of things that I'm not a big fan of. I just generally will eat anything. And then they slurp the entire thing down. Even Lisa's surprised. Wow, we finished 2 servings in one go. Did you chew thoroughly? How the hell did you do that? Anyway, you're amazing. Teach me to swallow without chewing. Then, let's order more, because you love those noodles enough to eat it all in one bite. Excuse me, can we get more? And they are probably shocked because, yeah, they're shaking their head no. They just forced it all down. You don't want more? I see, you're worried because someone else is paying. What a nice kid. There's no need for that. Asha, look at him, isn't he so adorable? He ate the raw mushrooms and garlic without saying a word. Oh, raw onion is another thing. Cooked onion? Delicious. Great. But I hate anything with raw onion in or on it. Mushrooms are delicious, though. I freaking love mushrooms. Along with that, he has really good manners. Like, I could just eat a serving of sauteed mushrooms and that's it. Please, where'd that kid go? He said that he's gonna go get some fresh air. He said that to you? No, he wrote it on the memo pad that was on the table. He said he can't talk. And then they're throwing up the noodles. I was surprised that you looked so fine, but your insides are all black, huh? You can't talk. You can't digest vegetables. You swallow, I'm assuming is what they were trying to say, large amounts of food without chewing. That's because your usual food is much larger, I presume. Shall I draw a conclusion? You aren't a half, nor a quarter. You're a high-level Shura in human form. Judging by your appearance, you're a 2nd or 3rd stage Rakshasa, or a 3rd stage Upani. And we have Rakshasas are born with a human form, but Upanis develop the ability to turn into a human form in the 3rd or 4th stage of development. Okay, that's interesting. We knew that, like, Rakshasas were, like, the next level of sort of... I feel like the next level of birth off of Gnostikas. So, like, Gnostikas are, like, the main original Shuras. And then, like, Rakshasas are kind of like 2nd generation. So I wonder if Upanis are 3rd generation or, like, much further down the line of generations. And, that's interesting. So Rakshasas are born with human forms, but Upanis are born with, like, the monstrous form and have to sort of develop into it. But since all high-level Shuras were confined to the Shura realm after the upheaval, it's highly likely that you're a Rakshasa. There are Rakshasas who have come into the human realm, but if you were one of them, you wouldn't have the time to be saving halves. So that leaves one possibility. And we see, okay, good, give me more diagrams. We have Shura realm with the Gnostikas, the stages of Rakshasas, and then the stages of Upani. And then we have the low stages of Upani in the human realm. Mostly Mara level Shuras. And then plus mostly Mara level, which are like the basic just beast Shuras. You were first or second stage Upani at the time of the upheaval, which resulted in you leaving leaving you in the human realm because you were classified as a low-level Shura. Okay, then they developed. But after the upheaval, you became a third stage. Probably for an Upani orphan to survive, the probability for an Upani servant to survive is very low, but it isn't impossible. But there's another question about this. Why would a third stage Upani force himself to eat vegetables to hide the fact that he isn't a human? And then they use the black to draw on the ground. Please don't tell anyone. I don't want to kill you. If I considered you a threat, I wouldn't be here telling you any of this. I can easily beat Upani level Shuras as long as they aren't in the 5th stage. And then, I'm a Rakshasa, they write. To be continued. Ah, it's so interesting. I really like this new character. And it seems like they legitimately are mute then. Because if not, there wouldn't be any point in just not talking to Asha outright here. Gosh, that is so cool. That is so interesting. Again, the world building, I am so intrigued with. I like that we now have a better idea of the sort of strata between Mara to Upani to Rakshasa to then Nastica. But again, let's move on. We still have one more to read. Let's check out half part 6. Finishing out this week's video with part 6, I think we're starting with, Lee's. Darn it, we're out of shampoo. I just took the first one I could find at the temple, but I got one that doesn't have much left. What should I do? And then, whoa, fan service. Big freaking jubbly Lee's. Now, here's the thing. Like, the artist is drawing Lee's as really attractive here, but we also know that they've said in the notes before, like, Lee's is just drawn to look more attractive. She doesn't actually look, they're gaslighting us. She doesn't actually look this attractive. Don't believe your eyes. Should I just wait here until Asha gets here? Lee's, are you taking a shower? It's Asha. You have perfect timing. We're out of shampoo. Can you... And she just rushes out naked. Oh my. And then, chapter 48, half, part 6. I'm sorry. Sorry, for what? So, I guess I'm sorry for opening the door without putting my clothes on. So it's interesting, the bracelet turns back not gold when it's not in use, but turns gold when it's in use. This is so unfair. Why am I the only one in trouble when I'm not the one who looked? Add another hour to your punishment. I don't think you understand what I've been saying. First off, I despise such vulgar behavior. Secondly, you may think that he's a child, but quarters live twice as long and halves live 4 times as long. Either way, he's older than you. It's true that halves and quarters have mental ages according to their appearance. Hold on. It's true that halves and quarters have mental ages according to their appearance than their biological age. Okay, so it's not perfect English, but I think I get what they mean. It means that their body's physical age is what their mental age is. So even if like they're a quarter or a half, even if they're a half that's 20 years old, they would still have the mind of a 5-year-old, I think is what I get from that. Like their lifespan is longer, but it takes longer for their mental age, which, I mean, doesn't really logically make a ton of sense, but it takes longer for their mental age to develop. A longer life means more knowledge accumulated, so that means he isn't a child. So that means, it says halves and quarters have mental ages according to their appearance. Or I mean, I guess less according to their appearance and more to their biological age. Maybe that's what they mean. So they mean the opposite of what I was saying, is that even if they're a 20-year-old half, they would have the mind of a 20-year-old, even though their body would only be a 5-year-old. I think. Stop it. I'm sorry. I won't do it again, says Lise. Yeah, what did you do wrong? So unfair. Guess we'll have to start from square one. And then we cut to her sleeping. And then Asha steps outside. Not sleeping, huh? Guess you are a Shura after all. You planning to stand there all night? And then a notepad and pen swoosh over. I barely used it. You can have it. It's uncomfortable for me to watch you tear apart your fingers every time we talk. And then they're scribbling. Don't thank me. They're scratching it out. What's your name? Sorry, I can give you my name. Well, do they mean I can't give you my name, given that they're going, well, it doesn't matter? Well, it doesn't matter. You'll soon be on your way anyway. I don't think you can disguise as a normal human being, so it'd be better if you pretended you were a half. And then, you should never let anyone know you're a Rakshasa. And, if you pretend to be a half, after others see your blood or teeth, you'll be targeted by hunters because they think you're a half without a guardian. It'd be best for you to pretend you're a half and have me vouch for you as a magician from the beginning. And then what will you do after we split? You're on your own. What will I do after we split? That makes more sense. You're on your own. Why are you asking me? And shocked. May I ask where you're going? For now, Misty Shore, but our final destination is much further. And they smile. Are you headed towards Misty Shore, too? And then, I'm going to Calibloom for the Sword of Return. I'll go with you to Misty Shore. And then, Asha wants the Sword of Return and wants to use Lee's to get it. So this might be sketchy. That might not have been the thing to say. Asha might try to drown the baby, so to speak. What's the matter? Nothing, just a bit surprised. Not just anyone can pull out the Sword of Return. Besides that, why do you want it? And then, I was left in the human realm after the upheaval, for some unknown reason, so I need to use the sword to open the door to see my family again. Back to your family. You mean the gate to the Shura realm? Yes, but it requires a lot of vigor, so it's impossible for humans. Maybe that's what Asha's trying to get Lee's to do, is to use the Sword of Return to reopen the ability to travel back and forth between the Shura and human realm. But even if we were to say that, then, I don't know. Like, what could Asha's plan be? Like, it seems like they had somebody that they cared about who isn't around anymore, which makes me think, like, do they want revenge on the Shura, potentially? So the sword had that kind of function. We've got to hurry. Okay. Interesting. Hurry? Or, by any chance, are you trying to get the sword too? Going to get wouldn't be the best way to put it, because we might not be able to pull it out. Hurrah! I'm celebrating. That means we can travel together for quite some time. If I pull the sword out, I'll give it to you after using it once. You know the hidden function of the sword, but not the basic rules? No one else can use the sword until the owner dies. It's okay, it doesn't matter. Those rules don't apply to me. This is odd. Everything's piecing together so perfectly. It's as if you were meant to be a member of our party. Meeting a Rakshasa that's friendly towards humans itself is a miracle, and that Rakshasa just so happens to be looking for the Sword of Return. But it's been more than 15 years after the upheaval, and we end up meeting here when he's still looking for the Sword of Return. And now he's saying that the rules of ownership don't apply to him. Could this really all be coincidence? No, someone's making this happen. Maybe someone thought I was at a disadvantage and decided to help me out. But if the situation changes, he might turn his back on me. That's why I can't trust him. Interesting. Probably referring to Kubera? I think you've mistaken something. I'm from a different planet, I haven't been on this planet. I guess so it took a while. I haven't been on this planet for long. We really met by fate. I'm not saying that I'm suspicious of you. You had many chances to get rid of me or Lee's, but you didn't. In addition to that, you can easily be in a position of power, but you lower your head and act respectful towards us. Anyways, I have no reason to refuse someone of your status. A rigged situation or not, I'm in no position to turn you away. Let's go. Oh, and your name? It'll be bothersome if you don't have one, so I'll think of one. And they smile. Wow, we're going together? Is it better to have more members? Who cares? What's his name? Due to personal reasons, he can't tell us his name, so I thought of some names and came up with 3 options. Oh, you're a genius. So I'm guessing you came up with some cool, and then, since he has black hair, Blackie, whoa, you cannot do that, Asha, cancelled. And then, since he has white skin, White, whoa, you also can't do that, cancelled. As a compromise, Spotty. What is this? I'll think of a new one. And then that's where we end. We end with a cancellation of Asha. The cancellation of Asha Rahiro. that was again a really spotty isn't bad. That was a really fun 3 chapters. It's always fun reading Kubera. Kubera's just been great consistently. Um, yeah, I love the new characters. I really like. We don't know their name yet, but the new addition to the party. Really big fan. Um, I think he's like compelling as an additional member here. I still don't know what exactly Asha's plans are. It seems like Asha may or may not have at least known about what Kubera is doing. I guess it does make a bit of sense since Kubera was going to the village to find Lee's. So yeah, incredibly interested to see where we go from here in the future. I love, again, the world building is really fun. Excited to see Misty Shore because it seems like it could be a dangerous place for them. Plus, just us getting to see a new city in general. And we built up all this stuff with like Gantarva and Marana and such. And Ananta, I think, was... No, Ananta was the tribe. I don't remember off the top of my head the girl's name. But we built up all the stuff with them, and we haven't seen them in a while. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when we cut back to what's happening there. So, yeah. Either way, I think they were at Rend Hollow, weren't they? And we're going to Calibloom. But yeah. Either way, thank you so much for watching this video. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these 3 chapters, my thoughts and reaction to them. Subscribe for more Kubera, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I'll give you a link. If you'd like to help support the channel, you could do a super thanks down below if you wanted to, or if you want to get One Piece a bit early, if you want to get a shout out at the end of every video, you can become a patron or channel member. Thank you to people who are already patrons and channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly. Thank you to Magical Girls, FR Nono, Huarian, and Smeller Dog. Thank you to Cherryton student David Langstaff, and thank you to Slayer Candidate SG. Huge thank you to all of you for your support, and thank you to all of you for watching, for supporting in your own way. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.